about to wind down, but you know what that means? The retailers are coming. And this earnings season, the retailers are actually in the spotlight with the holiday season coming up and all the supply chain issues, inflation, all of those good topics. And we're going to wait to see what these retailers are seeing. Any improvement in the supply chain will be a good thing. And then just what the consumer is doing. Is it as good as everybody thinks? But who should you be watching this week? I picked out 5 of the top retail names. Let's dive right in and see who they are. So the first one out of the gate is the juggernaut Walmart, of course. They have a good track record, as you can see here, just 3 misses over the last 5 years, and they beat 5 out of the last 6 quarters. Those are the pandemic quarters, because they have the big supermarket aspect of their business. And that helped propel them during the pandemic when we were all out shopping in the stores. So what's happening with this stock now, though? It's up 25% year to date, so kind of right in line with the S&P 500. But it looks like it's kind of stalled here, and it's trying to break out to new highs, but it's just not getting there. So will this quarter actually propel these shares higher? We will see. Then we're going to switch over to the home remodeling giant Home Depot, ticker HD. It's got a great track record too, just the one miss there right when the pandemic started in 2020. And then it's been meeting or beating ever since. Now these shares are busting out to yet another new 5-year high, now trading at 25 times forward earnings. So not cheap, but these shares haven't been really cheap for several years now. Now, home remodeling is still hot. Everything going on with the home and nesting is still hot. Home construction is still hot. So Home Depot should still be seeing the good quarters. It all depends on what's happening with the supply chain. Can they get the products into the stores? That's a question for all these retailers, and we'll be watching this one. Then we're going to switch over to Target, one of the big winners this year, up 47% year to date. Also a good earnings surprise track record, at least going back to 2019. No misses since that 2019, the 2018 beat or misses there, 3 misses in 2018, and then they turned it around. And we've seen some really big beats here in 2020, 2021, as they've rolled out this urban format that's performing really well in large cities. So that's given them a boost. They've, are not cheap, but they're cheaper in share price compared to some of the other retailers in their sector of the big box retailers. PE is 19.9, so at least it's under 20. Most of the others are over 20. Walmart's at 23.4. So even with the big surge in the shares this year, Target's still not super expensive here, but this is definitely one to watch. Then we're going to switch off to what is the hottest retailer, or one of them this year, Macys, ticker M. I can't believe I'm saying that it's one of the hottest, because as you can see from this chart, it's not even back to those 5-year highs yet, but shares have been on fire this year, up 173% year to date. So if you made a bet on the department stores, you're doing quite well making that bet. Some big beats there, 3 big beats in a row this year. A lot of people expecting another big beat, because department stores are back in. Didn't you hear? And we all want apparel and shoes, and they have both. Now, they've already kind of started their Black Friday sales. I don't know if you noticed, but I did. I spent a lot of time on the app over this last weekend, because that Black Friday sale is always really solid at the Macys. So we'll be getting updates on what that has done, what kind of business is coming in with that. Do they have the product to sell to the eager consumers? We will see. Then switching over to Ross Stores, ticker ROST. Now, this is one of the few that has kind of struggled this year. Shares are down 6% year to date, and it did have that miss to start the year. So a lot of investors aren't sure what to make of this one. It also isn't that cheap, trading at 25 times. So it's not cheap and investors are unclear. That's why you have kind of these weak shares here. Conversely, with the Macys, because the E side is booming on Macys, it's trading at under 8 times. So Ross Stores going to need another big beat like it just had the last 2 quarters, but even that didn't really propel these shares. So this is what I'm going to watch to see if it can pick up any momentum here going into this holiday season. So as I said, there's a lot going on with the retailers, and we're going to get more of them next week. So you want to be sure to get all of our videos. You can get them all at zacks.com/YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll be bringing you more earnings charts. So be sure to follow along.